And we're back in the pseudo living room, and we have with us Sister Marian Batho, the delegate for religious here in the Archdiocese of Boston. Thanks so much for being with us, Sister.
It's always a joy to be here at Catholic TV. Thanks for the invitation.
And as we actually, if you get the March magazine that's coming out in just a little bit, you're going to see some of the many Catholic sisters that are on the cover of the magazine and throughout the magazine. And we're talking with Sister Marian about National Catholic Sisters Week, and it's wonderful to be able to bring to light all the work that the sisters do. And maybe if you could talk to us a little bit about that, Sister Marian, about the National Catholic Sisters Week, what that entails, and maybe some of the things that are coming up.
Sure. Well, National Catholic Sisters Week begins on March 8th and continues through March 14th. It's part of Women's History Month, which celebrates the important contributions of women to society and to the culture. And this week, dedicated to the sisters, really highlights the importance of the sisters and their dedication and contributions, innovation in education, healthcare, social services, advocacy. The list goes on and on.
Sure.
We're seeing some pictures now of some of the footage that we've recently took. We're going to be showing some of these segments that Laura and Nikki have been going out to do.
Mount St. Mary's Abbey.
This is
Trappistines.
Trappistines,
Chocolate,
the candy.
But those are just some of the things that the many different religious orders, the sisters are involved in doing work. We have sisters there that are making beads. Just many different types of things that the sisters are involved in throughout the many ministries that they do throughout the world.
Throughout the world. Here in the Archdiocese of Boston, we have 61 communities of sisters.
Oh, wow.
Now, some are here in larger numbers than others, but the important thing about sisters is to focus on their charisms, that word, phrase, the inspiration of the founder that gives meaning to their life, that really focuses their prayer and their day. And I, in my role as the delegate for religious, I continue to be inspired, impressed, but humbled by the work of the sisters here in this Archdiocese. It's amazing that they do so much. And one of the reasons for National Catholic Sisters Week is that most sisters tend to be a little bit reserved, a little bit shy. They don't want to kind of put themselves forward. And yet this is an opportunity to spread the good news, if you will, about religious life, about the vocation of sister. And also it's an opportunity to invite young women to consider a vocation to religious life.
Absolutely. I think, at one time there was so many opportunities to encounter a sister that inspired you to consider, a commitment to a religious community. Now that's not necessarily the case. And we were talking earlier about how impressive it is that many women consider a religious community from Catholic campus ministry on a college campus.
Or from Catholic schools.
Sure.
If you look at the research from the Bishops' Conference that comes out every year about those who make religious profession, it was perhaps the influence of a Catholic school, meeting a sister, campus ministry, that plants the seed. And in the work that I do, which is really so privileged, I mean, I just love being the delegate for religious, because I meet women who are feeling that call. God is speaking to them directly, and they want to take the next step, and they're just looking for ways to do that. And again, National Catholic Sisters Week and all the resources that are provided offer that opportunity for women to know sisters and develop a relationship with sisters that can help them take the next step.
Sure. And one of the resources that you brought along with you was the beautiful prayer. So do you want to share a bit about that with us?
Well, I'll tell you the words in this prayer that stand out for me, because to me it really says in a very short sentence who we are as sisters. We form a global sisterhood, a network of prayer and ministry.
That's beautiful.
And whenever I meet sisters even sisters I'm meeting for the first time, there's that sense of bonding, that sense of connection, that we are all doing the same thing. We live a life of prayer, a life of service, a life of dedication to the people of God. And that every time I read it, it touches me deeply.
Yeah.
And when I meet women who are interested, that's what I say to them. You want to find the community that's going to be the place where God wants you to be happy, where God is calling you. But we're all sisters are really doing the same thing. It's the love of God, the love of Jesus that impels us to serve. And again, that's our inspiration, and that's what this work this week is intended to do, to really highlight that.
Right.
NationalCatholicSistersWeek.org is a website you can go to and check out a lot of the resources, such as the prayer sister, and look here on Catholic TV too. We're going to be having some of those things that we just saw, some of the footage of, some focus on some of the orders that are here in the Archdiocese of Boston. So thank you so much for being with us. Please have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week on This Is the Day.